Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to our channel AC Astro. Today we are going to start a very special series of nakshatra because astrology is all about nakshatra. Very minute calculation if you have to do, you have to go into nakshatras. So today we are going to start from the very first nakshatra, that is Ashwini Nakshatra. And to understand the beauty of Ashwini Nakshatra, the secrets of Ashwini Nakshatra, let's welcome Akash Chauhan from Calgary, Canada. Akash ji, namaskar.
Namaskar, Rohit. Thank you for this. And before any further to do, let's start the Ashwini Nakshatra series. Rohit, the research has been taken from many places and put into one presentation so that anyone who just sees this will understand what Ashwini Nakshatra is and why it is so important. Number one, we have to see the symbol of Ashwini Nakshatra. There are two horses, right? And when we talk about Ashwini Nakshatra, it is this exactly. I have put some logos here. You can see the biggest of the world car companies. They use horse as their logo. Horsepower is a very good thing we have already learned in our life, right? Horsepower, this many horsepower, that horsepower. But this is something very much related to Ashwini Nakshatra, the Ashwini Kumars. Their symbol is horse head and they want to achieve any goal quickly. And the quality of this nakshatra is light and swift, and the Lord is Ketu. Now, this is just a very snapshot that what this nakshatra is. I will go in very much detail in this video that why and how this nakshatra came to existence, and what was the story, what was the Puranic or was it the Vedic story behind it, and why whenever we see, I will show you a slide also where we see that there are so many symbols of these nakshatra, how to activate them, and how each and every chart or each and every planet, like if Sun is in Ashwini Nakshatra or Moon is in Ashwini Nakshatra, Mars what effect does it give on you? I'm going to be covering everything under this video. So once you listen to this video completely, then Ashwini Nakshatra, all the concept for everyone is very much clear that why Ashwini Nakshatra, what is the role of Ashwini Nakshatra, and how Ashwini Nakshatra is so important, and why it was the first nakshatra that came into existence. Okay, so Rohitji, I'll start from a little bit explanation that what this nakshatra is. So there are a few insights which we need to know before we move on to the symbols. So Ashwini were twin horse, born from Sun and his wife Sanjana, when they came on earth and took the form of mare and stallion and copulated. So that means what happened, Rohitji, though we have to go into a little bit of backstory. So the backstory is that wife of Surya, who has many names, and one of the name is Sanjana or Sangya, she couldn't bear the heat of sun. He was so hot that she couldn't bear. So she creates a chaya, that means she creates a reflection and keeps her with sun, and goes by taking the form of a mare. Mare is just like a horse, a female horse, and she goes into the deep woods to do tapasya, to do meditation, to do penance. And Lord Sun does not know about it for a very, very long time. But when he gets to know, he says that, oh, I have that Chaya has gone into deep penance and I should go and meet her. So he takes the form of a stallion. That is again a very big kind of a horse. It's a very big, it's a breed of a horse, very big horse. And he goes and he meets his wife Sangya after so many years, so many decades. And they make love. And after that, Ashwini Kumars were born. Because they were born in the rupa, in the disguise of human, half the head of a horse and the body of a human, they were the very good, they were very dear to Sun. Like he was very, that's why if we see the mythology, Sun gets exalted at 10 degrees in Ashwini Nakshatra only, not anywhere else. So that we have to take in consideration that they were very dear to Lord Sun. And because of the nature of the inheritance which they got from Sun, the healing Shakti, they got it. And the Ashwini Kumaras became the first physicians to Devtas, and they have the power to get someone back from dead, just like Shukracharya has, that is the Sanjeevani Vidya, as well as they can make an elder person look young again. That means they can even rejuvenate your skin and make you look younger when even if you're older. So, and why, why? Because they have a very big command on all the herbs and all the agriculture products and plants, and they know all the combinations of Ayurveda. They're the biggest, what you say, researchers on Ayurveda ever known to this universe. Even bigger than Patanjali, I would say. Even bigger than Patanjali, because they are a nakshatra, right? So they're much, much bigger than Patanjali. So they had healing, rejuvenation, herbs, agriculture, plants, and problems related to plants. That's why in India or in many parts of the world, even in some other mythologies, Ashwini Kumars or the twin horses are prayed for agriculture and for agriculture well-being. They want, Rohitji, so when they sow the seed and they don't want pests here and they don't want the crop to go bad, they actually pray to Ashvini, the stars, that please help us and make sure that our crop is well produced at this time. And so what happened? The qualities which they got from sun were intelligence, confidence, discrimination, ethics, and authority. Sun is called the planet of authority. And as I said earlier, sun is exalted in Ashwini at 10 degrees. Okay, and here Saturn is debilitated. So there is another big story because of the fight of Saturn and Yama, that why he was debilitated here. We will discuss that in another video. There was a very big fight between Saturn and Yam. And then that is why Ashwini, in this nakshatra of sun, where sun gets exalted, Saturn chose to be debilitated. Now we have to see the Ashwini Kumar, the role of Ashwini Kumars in the universe. Now Ashwini Kumars were very minor physicians as they worked as assistants of Lord Shiva. Just imagine the divine power, Lord Shiva, and as being their assistant. Okay, so Ashwini Kumars were their assistant when they were having the surgery of Lord Ganesh and the Raja Daksh. So Lord Ganesh, everyone knows that Lord Ganesh head was chopped up by Shiva and then later replaced by elephant head. Here Daksha, what happened to Daksha after Sati, the first wife of Lord Shiva? The same soul again turned into Parvati Ma, but Sati Ma, the first wife of Lord Shiva, she went to her father's Daksha Yagya without any invitation. So what he did, and Daksha was son of Brahma, okay, and he had a very big enmity with Lord Shiva, that Lord Shiva cut my father's head. Do you know the story, Rohitji, that Brahma had 5 heads before, but 2 of them were cut by Lord Shiva because he came into this thing that I am the superior one, who is Lord Shiva and who is Vishnu. So Shiva actually did. We'll get into that story also somewhere later. It's a very good story. So now Daksha, when Shiva enters Daksha's, and when Sati Mata jumps into the fire because of all the disgrace and all the kind of bad things there, so Shiva becomes very angry and he chops off the head of Daksha also. And later, because of all the, it is all Devya Yojana, it is all the plan of the gods. Later, Daksha puts head of what you say, Luigi, there is a lot of background noise in your.
Oh, yes, I can.
Yeah. Later, what happened? Daksha's also surgeries done by Lord Shiva, and he puts a goat's head on the Daksha's body. Okay. And there, at both the operations, both these surgeries, Ashwini Kumaras were present and they assisted. I think they must have, what I feel and what I see, the Vedas are not decoded so properly because it was written in like a shloka may have 1,000 meanings, and the Vedas were not decoded very much. What you say, that it is more of a literal translation than of a very knowledge translation. It's very literal, like it is this way to that way. So there must be something like they must be helping Lord Shiva with a lot of herbs and a lot of things to put on the affected area or the stitches so that it heals. So there must be a lot of things which they must have done. Moving on, this is very common whenever we want to see any Ashwini Nakshatra symbols or anything. So we see that the deity is Ashwini Kumar, the symbol is horse head, the planet that rules this nakshatra is Ketu, the Dharma is Purushartha, the Gana is Devta, okay? The Purushartha is Dharma. Then the Varna is merchant or Vaishya, element is Prithvi, Trimurti, Brahma, animal, male, horse, bird, swan, tree, poison nut tree, and the sounds which the nakshatras make. So now we just know about this, that, oh, this is what the symbols are. But do we know the meaning of each and everything? If we know the meaning of each and every symbol and why it was given to Ashwini Nakshatra, then you will be able to decode it much better and in a way where you can understand the Ashwini Nakshatra better, and also understand that if any planet of your in your chart is sitting in Ashwini Nakshatra, what kind of effects that is going to give. Or maybe, for example, Sun in Ashwini Nakshatra, it becomes exalted. That means it will give you good results. But do you know it gives you bad result as well? So there are three layers of any planet: good, good, neutral, and bad. So neutral is in the between. There is nothing not good, not bad. Good and bad, there is neutral element in the between. So good, bad, and neutral is what every planet will give you, even it is exalted or debilitated. Any planet, retrograde or combust, any kind of planet, any placement, it will give you good and bad results, both of them. So now, you know what, Rohiji, I have got into a lot of research and I have also decoded every element of this nakshatra so that we understand it more better and understand it in a way so that there is no way that someone can fool us on it. Oh, Ashwini Nakshatra, you have to do this, nothing. I will even tell you the methods of activation of Ashwini Nakshatra, that is, where it will work for 21st century. Okay. Now, the first symbol is deity Ashwini Kumar. That is just saying that deity. So, divine twins Ashwini were born from union of sun god, and through the nostrils of Samna, consciousness, represent prana, cosmic life, and its creative potential. Now, because it represents prana, cosmic life force, the first nakshatra, that is why it is the first nakshatra. Because prana, everything that comes here is through prana. And that is why cosmic life force, and it is the first nakshatra. Ashwini Kumars were celestial physicians. They were the healers for God. Therefore, you will find many Ashwini natives in medical field. They are great surgeons, doctors, and traditional healers. So whenever we see, I had a chart 1.5 years back of a police officer. His daughter had Ashwini Nakshatra, moon in Ashwini Nakshatra, and moon in the 8th house. Okay, I told her your daughter will become a doctor. He said that no, she appeared last time, nothing happened. Now I told her she has to appear this time anyhow. And she is now in a medical college in British Columbia. So she has to become a doctor because this is what you will be doing the best. Now, the symbol of the horse head. Why this symbol was given? Rohitji, the horse head symbol represents Ashwini Nakshatra. The symbol originated when Ashwini constellation was observed. See, in the I have put a small image there, that the constellation, when they are all together, if you see it from bottom to top, you will see it is like a horse face. Okay, you can see the ears, you can see the mouth and everything. So that is why this constellation was given the horse head, and it was not given by anyone, like not this recent science. It was given thousands of years ago by our Maharishis. They saw this constellation, they made this diagram. Now, let's come to the third symbol, that is Ketu, the planet which rules this nakshatra. Why? So the Ketu is south lunar node, right? Everyone who in the Western world, they call it south lunar node. It is the ruling planet for Ashwini constellation. This node is intersection point in space in the apparent orbit of Sun and the Moon around the Earth, and called the eclipse point. This is the point where if Ketu or Rahu comes in and eclipse happened. And this originated when Ashwini constellation was observed. This Ketu was observed there when Ashwini constellation was observed, that we are this constellation. Oh, this is the place where Ketu is. And then they said, oh, this Ketu is the lord of Ashwini Nakshatra. That is why he was given the lordship. There are sub-lords as well, but Ketu is the main lord of Ashwini Nakshatra. Now, let's talk about the Purushartha. So what is Purushartha? It is the object of man, right? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, right? The 4 Purusharthas. Now, this here, the nature of this constellation is Dharma. That is why it was given this Purushartha. Okay. And now we'll talk about ganas. So whenever a human being is born or anyone is born, we are born in different ganas. Manushya gana, Deva gana, Rakshas gana. Okay. Now Ashwini possesses divine nature and this person can be seen rarely. It is not everyone has a nakshatra, right? There are many few doctors, right? Like few healers, few astrologers. So these are the people who have a very good influence of Ashwini Nakshatra in their chart. They will, such people would want to work for others without any expectations. Nowadays, it has become different material world. So everyone expects a little bit money in exchange of their time. But yeah, when this was earlier, where they used to not take any money, they used to just take food, and there was barter system at that time. On the whole, they mostly care for others. Overall, they're soft-spoken and generous. Now think about your doctor. Just think about your doctor, how a doctor speaks to you. He will be very calm and composed, and he will give you hope, and he will tell, no, everything will be okay, let's do this. He will not say, oh, you have a disease, you are going to die. They are always soft-spoken and generous. So people with Ashwini Nakshatra moon are very soft-spoken, generous, and they are very, very kind-hearted, very intelligent. And now what is Varna? Varna means the nature of the work. The nature of the work is Vaishya, and it is merchant. So Vaishya Varna in Sanskrit that refers to the third or fourth social groups in Indian caste or Varna system. Vaishya translates as settler or homesteader and derives from a word that means to live. Traditionally, the Vaishya Varna was composed of people who worked in agriculture, trade, and commerce because this is the only place when their barter can happen, and that is why now doctors have clinics and we have grocery shopping, and we have banks to do commerce activities.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now,
So one thing which you told that anyone who had Ashwini Nakshatra, he would be a very good healer, being a doctor or astrologer or maybe a Reiki healer. So what you decode here that her Lagna should be in Ashwini Nakshatra or
no,
the sun should be in Ashwini Nakshatra? Which planet
no.
makes him such
It,
a healer?
it can be very different planets in Ashwini Nakshatra, not only just moon. It cannot be your moon nakshatra or your Lagna nakshatra or your any nakshatra. If Ashwini Nakshatra falls in the 8th house, if 8th house is aspected by any planet like Mercury, like Moon, or like Saturn, such person mostly becomes surgeon or medical experts.
Hmm.
When Jupiter will aspect or Jupiter will be in Ashwini Nakshatra, Jupiter will aspect, such people become spiritual healers.
Astrologers, spiritual healers.
When any planet like Rahu, Ketu, any Dushta Graha, Mars, they are here. For Mars, if you are in Ashwini Nakshatra, you will be a serial killer. You can be a serial killer with aspect of other people because Ashwini Nakshatra is the planet, is the nakshatra which can play with your mind and it will make you do things instantly. What is the meaning of swift? Swift means instantly. So suddenly your blood pressure will rise and you will do a murder. So there is so many things. I have it. I have it in your all the answers are there in the next slides.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Now let's move to the element. So now Ashwini Nakshatra there is earth element present in Ashwini Nakshatra. And it is associated with the root chakra. I have put an image, and root chakra is near your, the base of the spine in the tailbone area. The tailbone area is the place where Ashwini Nakshatra rules you. So if you have any bad planet in Ashwini Nakshatra, you have pain in the backbone. You have problems there. That means you need to balance your root chakra. You need to be focused on your root chakra and get it checked by some pranic healer or some yoga teacher and tell them that there is constantly pain, and see in your chart that Ashwini Nakshatra will be nearly in your between your 6th or 7th house or in your 6th house and aspected by a very malefic planet that will give you problem related to your spine and end of the spine, that is tailbone area. Some people say I have a lot of pain in my tailbone. 100% because of Ashwini Nakshatra. You have not balanced your earth chakra, the root chakra.
I will also check. I have also pain in same area.
Yeah. When it is in balance, you have strong sense of belonging. We know who we are in place within a group, a tribe, as an individual. It also, those people who sit upright and who are very confident, and those people who are very conscious about their posture, they have very good Ashwini Nakshatra placement in their chart. Okay. So now Because everything is ruled by some or the other planet or some or the other deities. Here in Trimurti, in all three, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Brahma ji has more influence over this nakshatra because what is the Trimurti? The Trimurti is a trinity or supreme divinity in Hinduism in which cosmic functions happen. Typically, the designations are that of Brahma, a creator. In the same case, Ashvini Kumaras also creators of many medicines and cures for agriculture-related issues to mankind earlier. So they created Ashwini Nakshatra, Ashwini Kumaras both researched and created many things. Like how Brahma created the universe, they created many things so that in this universe you can survive pain-free or stress-free. Okay. Now the male horse symbol, again, it is symbol because Ashwini Nakshatra, so Rohitji, here this is a different thing. Okay, now this horse symbol head represents the the constellation, but the other symbol, the animal male horse, it signifies that Ashwini Nakshatra speaks of beginning of a journey because it is beginning of the nakshatras. The horse represents power, strength, courage, and vitality, whereas the head of the horse indicates swift action. That's why it's a very good upay which I will tell those people who want to enhance their Ashwini Nakshatra. If the Lord of the career is sitting in the Ashwini Nakshatra, for example, if your 10th Lord is sitting in the Ashwini Nakshatra, okay, that means at that time you have to make sure that you get a horse head kind of statue and keep it near your workplace. Your work will enhance. So there are a lot of different things which we will cover later. Now, every nakshatra has an animal, and here for it is a male horse and a bird and a tree or a plant. Here, bird, Hansa, we say Hansa ki jodi, right? Like two Hansas together. In Vedic astrology, swans are associated with Ashwini Nakshatra, the divine twins. They represent new beginnings. Swans are always in twins. That's why we say Hanso ka joda. That means the twin swans. And swans are highly protective. They represent new beginnings, new birth, new purpose. And it's a very family-oriented bird. Same way, Ashwini Kumaras are very family-oriented devas. They are very devtas. They are very family-oriented. And swans are highly protective of their nest and will never shy away from viciously attacking anything or anyone. If you go and mess with a swan, she will not leave you. It's also a strong symbol of union and blessed by the divine. Whenever we say some lovers going in India, we say Hanso ka joda ja raha hai. It's a saying. So that comes from this nakshatra. Now, here, because Ashwini Nakshatra, they are medicines, they are into all these kind of herbs and so many things. Now here, Ashwini Nakshatra can provide a very strong nervous system. Those people who have nervous disorder, they have some bad planet aspecting the nakshatra or a planet sitting in that nakshatra which is bad, that can always create poison in your body. So now, Rohitji, just understand this. Everyone who's listening understand this, a very important thing. So the earth, the soil does not have any judgment power. It will even grow mango. It will even grow poison. It will even grow,
drugs,
everything. The soil has no, the soil is not at all, soil does not think that what is growing. So the seed it gives, any seed which you give the soil,
whatever you put, you can grow there.
Yeah, whatever you will bow, it will nurture it and it will grow it. It is what is the role of the earth? The earth is to provide you nurture, to provide you minerals, to provide you everything which we have, like everything comes from earth. It is one of the 5 tattvas, right? Now, Ashwini Nakshatra provides a very strong nervous system. The trees associated with the nakshatra is poison nut. Seeds and stem bark of these trees was high medicinal value due to the presence of alkaloid. So that means that, poison is the only way that poison can be treated. Anti-venom is made from the venom of from snakes or from other poisonous. Same way, from poisonous herbs, we can get lot of medicinal things which can help cure something. So that's why Ashwini Nakshatra's rules poison nut plant, and this is not only one nut poison nut plant. There are many thousands of plants in this world with thousands of different species poison nut only. So this is a very strong this has a very strong influence of the nakshatra of Ashwini. And Rohiji, each nakshatra has a particular vibration corresponding to few root alphabets, and root alphabets is again a very big chapter. If we start covering it, you will say, oh, it is a very big chapter. But in to give a very sum up this thing, what is root alphabet? It is the root alphabet in Sanskrit. Just like vowels, A, E, I, O, U, there is root alphabets that creates some vibration. Okay, in India, to give a newborn name. So, for example, in India, if you want to give a newborn a name, we use seed sounds that are in the Sanskrit text. When wherever a person is born in a nakshatra, they have a specific kind of root sound, and this root sounds, this creates harmony between the basic vibrations prevailing at birth and those connected to uttering the given name. So it is not only for the person. Like if my name is Akash, for example, your name is Rohit, it is not only for my benefit. It is for someone who takes my name also. That nakshatra is honored by that akshara. That is why those people who want to start any business, they have to first see that what their nakshatra is and how their nakshatra, what are the root alphabets or the seed sound of that nakshatra, and then you should make a company or make a make a name of your company. That can help you very much. Now moving forward, so here Varahamahira and Hora Ratna, here are the two good things which we have accumulated from these chapters about Ashwini Nakshatra. It is charming, handsome, pleasant appearance, fortunate, popular, skillful, talented, intelligent, fond of ornament, impeccable, dressing sense is very good, fearless, heroic, adventurous, dear to women, fond of the company of women. So now Ashwini Nakshatra people have these kind of qualities, basic qualities. It is, Ashwini Nakshatra is a very swift nakshatra. Okay, it is enlightenment giving, helpful, truthfulness, right? And it gives you a good sportsmanship. What is horse-head symbol signify? It signifies swift, fast, masculine, powerful, strength, stamina, perseverance, patience. You know, we have heard doctors are standing for 8 hours and doing an operation. Can you stand for 2 hours and do something? Just stand in one place? No. But they are constantly, they are very hardworking. They have a lot of stamina. They have a lot of courage in them. And that is like a horse. You tell him to run, he will not stop. And in Varamahira, it says that fond of good dress and ornaments, yani Priya Bhushana, handsome appearance, Surupa, endearing, liked by all, popular, Subhaga, skillful, Daksa, and intelligent, Matiman. So this is what Varhamira book, the very good book of Jyotish, tells us. Now from here, Rohitji, Hora Ratna. It says Surupa, charming, fortunate, popular, liked by all, Subhaga, skillful, Daksa, intelligent, fond of ornaments, Bhushna Priya. Those people will love ornaments or tools, not only ornament, tools also. Dear to women and fearless. Maine kya bola? If you see a doctor, he is fearless. He goes and cuts your heart out. He's fearless, man. Can you cut your, even with a small blade in your hand? No, you cannot. So these people are fearless. Now all the nakshatras have 3 gunas, either sattva guna, raja guna, or tamas guna. Okay, so you know they are divided into like the first 9 nakshatras and second 9 and third 9 are divided into 3, which we will keep talking over all the nakshatra series. And here let's talk about Ashwini Nakshatra. Ashwini Nakshatra is one of the Chara Nakshatra, okay, associated with Chara Rashis. And it is Rajas. It has the guna of Rajas. And Rajas means stand for action and associated with Chara Rashis. So that is the gun it has. Okay. Now, the strength of Ashwini Nakshatra and the weaknesses. So if your planet is in Ashwini Nakshatra, you want to understand that what is not happening and what is happening and how to make things happen. So you have to work on the weaknesses of Ashwini Nakshatra. And for strength, Any chart you see, anything you see, and you see this chart, oh, Ashwini Nakshatra, you can immediately say, oh, this guy is a traveler. This guy is a this guy will be a doctor. This guy will be an athlete, sportsman, because this is how Mars is placed in Ashwini Nakshatra. This guy will be an athlete because it's swift. He will be runner. Now we say, oh, Jupiter is placed here. Oh, he will be an intelligent. He will spiritually very inclined, self-sufficient, natural healer. And now when you see Saturn, oh, that means he is an independent guy. He will be very competent worker. Okay, he will be intuitive, idealistic. He will not take any bad decisions. So depending on the planet, here are the strengths and weaknesses. And if Mars is placed badly, that means impulsiveness, hastiness in actions. You will say, oh, because boy, this nakshatra is swift nakshatra. It is a fast nakshatra, Rohitji. So here you have to take care of all these things before making predictions, that how come and what kind of planet is sitting in Ashwini Nakshatra and what.
How important this nakshatra is, we can conclude from this also that in India, you
Yeah,
see from Jammu Kashmir to Tamil Nadu, Kanyakumari, lots of people have name Ashwani. Even girls have name Ashwani, boys have name Ashwani. So how important this nakshatra is that people are naming their child for this nakshatra.
yeah, it's a very popular name in India, Ashwini. Yeah, because it is a very bright, it is a very positive kind of nakshatra. It is not negative nakshatra at all. Now, let's talk about very basic planets in Ashwini Nakshatra. If you have Sun in Ashwini Nakshatra, that means you would get royal favors, and such people become government officers. When we see Sun exalted, we say, oh, government may you will get a job, right? But such people can get mental weakness over years. They are very aggressive, egoistic, rude, stubborn, and their eye problems, and sometimes night blindness is also a problem which is seen commonly in them. So Sun in Ashwini Nakshatra means Sun is exalted there. And whenever we see exalted Sun, we see that this person is some person of authority. That is what it says. And when Moon is in Ashwini, Moon is a very emotional planet. And when, Moon needs very calmness and very relaxation. But when it is in Ashwini Nakshatra, it becomes very crazy. That's why it becomes short temper, anxiety, anxiousness, restlessness. Oh, where do I go? A planet which is just so Soumya, if you just put it in or a person who is just very calm down and you tell him now, ride the horse, he will say, oh, no, I cannot do it. He will be anxious and restless. Exactly that kind of Moon reacts here. Now, Mars in Ashwini Nakshatra, again, I told you, Rohitji, such people have short temper, victory in conflicts. These people, when we see Mars in Ashwini, we say, oh, you can become a lawyer, because they will never ever win any, lose any battle. That means they will never ever lose any court case. Victory in conflicts. Thank you. Such people may get a little bit worried about finance, and they will be always thinking about finance, and maybe arrogant. Have you seen lawyers? Sometimes they become so arrogant. And some people who are judges, right? They become arrogant that, oh, I don't want to talk to you. Now, Mars is an aggressive planet. So when it sits in such something like Ashwini, it becomes more aggressive, because Ashwini is again a swift nakshatra. Now, Rohitji, Mercury. Mercury in Ashwini Nakshatra, this is the main problem, because Mercury cannot adjust in the Sun's nakshatra. Here problem is misunderstanding, many enemies. You will think that this is also my enemy, that is also my enemy. Oh, he told me this, he told me wrong, he's not my friend, why is he talking behind my back, and this and that. Evil thoughts. Mercury rules brain. And when you have very fast thinking in your brain, you get evil thoughts also. Such people are a little bit serial killers also, because they think and kill. Okay, so Mercury in Ashwini Nakshatra, we have to see the placement and aspects also, very important. If someone is aspecting Mercury, then the power divides. So we have to see very well. Jupiter, again, I told you, leadership, wisdom, IAS officers, IFS officers, they are stubborn people, and they may suffer from failures and losses, but may overcome with their own effort. Such people suffer from failures, losses, but they overcome because they have wisdom in them. Because Jupiter is sitting in Ashwini Nakshatra. Venus in Ashwini Nakshatra, love from wife and another woman. Such people, whenever we see Venus in Ashwini Nakshatra, just look at their eyes and tell them, do you have any other girlfriend other than your wife? They will put their eyes down. Because these people are full of lust. They are very happy with their children and honor, financial gains throughout their life, the gain of fixed assets, inheritance, everything is for Venus. The best nakshatra of Venus to be in is Ashwini Nakshatra because it gives a lot of good things related to this nakshatra. Saturn in Ashwini Nakshatra, foreign travel, discord in family, hypertension, blood pressure, rising anger. Now, Saturn does not exist in this house. That's why many people who have niche Saturn, who have debilitated Saturn, they are in foreign lands. They go away. If your Sadhi starts, some people go into foreign lands because earlier the the role of Saturn has not changed. Even the thought of the books has not changed. Earlier, what happened, Rohitji, for going to foreign land means that there will be a lot of stress. But now foreign lands is a lot of comfort. But still, there is isolation. There is no friends. You are away, discord in family. That means you're away from your family, from your loved ones, from your neighbors. So Saturn in Ashwini Nakshatra mostly gives foreign yoga. Anyone who comes and says, "Oh, will I go to foreign when I travel?" Just see the chart, and if they have Saturn in Ashwini Nakshatra, tell them that, oh, when Saturn period will come in Antardasha or Dasha, if you try, you will get success there. And Rahu and Ketu in Ashwini Nakshatra. Rahu is a highly ambitious being. Okay, here it has a lot of ambition in Ashwini Nakshatra because it wants to prove to Sun that I can come sit here and what you are exalted. I can sit here and give you a lot of material gains, but also can indulge you into unethical acts. Okay, you can get into fraud and cheating. So the people who are doctors but stealing your kidney, doing organ business, such people have Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra or aspect of Rahu on Ashwini Nakshatra. Now in Ketu is a very good to be in Ashwini Nakshatra because it rules the Nakshatra. Ketu gives you research, investigation and alternative ways of healing. Ketu makes you very good healer here. You become astrologer and you will find different ways to heal people, even if you're a doctor. And here, those people who are detectives, private detective, investigators, they have very prominent Ketu in Ashwini Nakshatra.
Have you find any particular reason that being Ashwini Kumars are the kids of children of Sun and Sandhya, as you told?
Yeah.
And the lord of this nakshatra becomes Ketu, who is a great enemy of Sun. Any particular logic behind this thing? Why this happened?
Maybe I go again. I told you, I think you did not listen to it. So the planet Ketu in the south lunar node, as per astronomy, it is the ruling constellation. Yes. So the node is the intersection point in the space or orbit of the sun and the moon around the earth. And it is called the eclipse point. Here is the point where in this nakshatra, the energy of Ketu is so much active that he was given the ruling. He was the ruling of this constellation. He was the ruling planet of this constellation. That is why Ketu, because of its energy present. And if he was not at this point of origin, there could have never been eclipse. So according to science also, it is impossible to have an eclipse without Ketu being here. And by our researchers, by our sages, by our sun.
Only because Ketu was present at this point of time or this point of
everything is present because of the, everything is present because of the Ichha or of the desire of Lord Shiva. Nothing happens without the desire of Lord Shiva. So there must be a very big story of Ketu being present here. Okay, but basically it is the starting point of an eclipse. From here only eclipse can start. That is why Ketu's energy is the most present here. This is all the research which every book can say about this only. If there is any other thing which any one of our people know, our viewers know, educate us also, because there is no harm in taking education. We are always open for education. Now, sometimes we need to activate the nakshatra, that how we activate our planets, that, oh, this planet is weak and let's, do something to activate it. Very simple remedies according to 21st century can be done very easily. We have seen mostly every place, because every merchant shop or every shop where we are doing any business, there is horseshoe. That is just a symbol of Ashwini Nakshatra. There is nothing to do with Lord Shani and everyone. It is just because horse brings prosperity. Horseshoe brings prosperity. So if you are in a business and you don't have horseshoe, just put a horseshoe there. It will bring a lot of prosperity. But the horseshoe must be worn by a horse. It should not like just be buy from Amazon and put it. No. Go and look for a stable nearby. You will find. Remedy number 2 is donation of medicines for animals, and also donating grass in stable can activate Ashwini Nakshatra. Very simple remedy. Horse will eat grass, your nakshatra will get activated. In fact, if you donate medicines, Ashwini Kumars are the ruler of medicines as well as animal, so it will be
If
activated.
somebody have no Ashwani Nakshatra in their chart, no planet is there,
Yeah.
Ashwani Nakshatra is missing, and still he do these remedies, then also this nakshatra will activate somehow, or this will not be applicable for that chart.
No, why not? It will 100% activate.
In
Rohitji, we
which
have to
form?
understand. We
When
have
there
to
is no
understand.
planet, no house is
There is no,
connected with that.
Rohitji, we have to understand 12 houses, ascendant rising, and every house of your chart will have Ashwini Nakshatra for sure. Every Kundli has Ashwini Nakshatra for sure. And the
Hmm.
planet during Gochar, during transits, they go into Ashwini Nakshatra and get the Nakshatra activated.
Hmm.
In this world, everyone has the healing touch or healing capacity. It is just that some people have a lot of healing capacity, some people have very less.
So, do you think this is a you know good that somebody could without seeing the chart activate his Ashwani Nakshatra?
It should not be activated just for the sake of activation. What if a bad planet like Mercury or Mars is sitting Ashwini Nakshatra very in a very bad place, or
Then
Saturn?
it will give pain.
You will give bad results. So you have to get a consultation, or you have to get a very good view on your nakshatra, how it is placed, and then only activate your nakshatra. Sometimes doing the something which out of no reason will also give you a lot of pain. Good, very good question, Rohitji, because many people will think, okay, let's start doing it.
Hmm.
You have to first see the placement of Ashwini Nakshatra. Now, because it is 21st century and we do not have a lot of time, so keeping a horse head as wallpaper on your iPhone, phone wallpaper, laptop wallpaper, keeping two male horse can activate the nakshatra, male horse statues in your workplace, on your desk. It will be activated and your work will always be running. Your job will always be growing. And a remedy number 4, those people who are going through a tough time because of Ashwini Nakshatra, and we have to see which planet is giving you a hard time, and related to money, related to finance. Keeping horse hair in your wallet or purse is considered a luck bringer. You know what is the symbol of what is horse? Rohitji, have you seen any poor guy having a horse? Yes, there is a poor guy who goes on your marriage and you sit on the horse. That only that one
Oh,
poor guy has a horse.
yes,
Otherwise,
that Tanga wala in still in some parts of
only
country.
rich people can afford a horse.
Hmm.
Okay, so horse is the symbol of richness. But
Hmm.
because of some planet sitting there and richness can be affected, so that time we need to activate horse.
Hmm.
Violin. The violin strings. There is a horse hair violin string, and that
Oh.
creates beautiful sounds like no one in the world can create that kind of
Hmm.
sound. So horse Ashwini Nakshatra is also the nakshatra of creativity, also the nakshatra of expression. Yeah? So if you want a lot of money benefits, so you need to keep horse hair or in your wallet or purse. If you find any horse anywhere, you can ask the stable owner. They will give you little bit hair because they keep cutting the hair, so they have a lot of hair with them. So Rohitji, this is a deep analysis of Ashwini Nakshatra. I just wanted to go over it so well that everyone understands that what and how this nakshatra can give you.
Yes, very deep research actually from last 5 days. I think we have not done any video, and I was asking you daily and told
Yeah,
me that I'm preparing something very good. I will not do video like only that sit on the camera and I speak about something. I will just prepare the presentation for something. I will do the deep research. I will go into some books. I will go into some scriptures, as you told that you go into the Varamir, Navgrah Puran, and all that books, and you get the gems out of that, and you make this presentation and beautiful understanding and knowledge about Ashwini Nakshatra,
yeah.
because there are very few videos about Nakshatra and such a deep thing about Nakshatra,
Ji.
because all Nadi astrology is based on this
Nakshatra.
Nakshatra thing. Very minute calculation. If you just go
Maybe
through,
according to my analysis over nakshatras, Parashara has given very less weightage to nakshatra. Okay, and very much weightage to the planet and their degrees.
hmm,
So Nakshatras do work, but I think in a chart, 25% of the thing only nakshatra does. Otherwise, the planet placement is only the killer in your Rashi. That is the.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you
Okay.
making any separate video for this nakshatra thing, that how all these planets will behave in
Yes,
Ashwini
we will also
nakshatra?
make a video where we will talk about conjunctions in nakshatras.
Oh.
So what happens when Rahu and Jupiter sit in the same nakshatra, in the same degree almost? What kind of
Hmm.
energy will it give? How will it fight the nakshatra? So a lot of things coming. But I have prepared
So,
4 nakshatras, so we'll be doing one nakshatra video a day.
so when you go through the charts, people consult you.
Uh,
You also go through this nakshatra thing. You also study this nakshatra thing
which
when you.
only if there is a question related to very deep, very deep question. Mostly there are 3 questions which are major: married life,
Hmm.
my partner, what do you say, finance, and job. These are the 3 top questions. Okay. When
Sometimes it may be like health.
yeah, very less. People want to be sick, but they want money.
Hmm.
Sometimes there are questions, very deep questions like I am not getting conceiving from last 20, 10 years, 12 years. That is the time nakshatras comes into part when we see that why, what is happening. Let's go deep. And when you go deep, there you see the planet. Oh, this planet is sitting in this nakshatra. We need to either do this remedy to remove its power or do this remedy to enhance the other power or enhance the power of that nakshatra so that we can achieve what that nakshatra is supposed to give us.
You want to say that D1 to D64, so many charts are enough to analyze the birth chart. When particular question comes and these charts unable to solve that problem, then you need to do a deep dissection and you go into the nakshatra thing very deeply.
Nakshatra.
Okay, that's very good. Thank you for this explanation, and I will like you to fire, if you can fire that graphics, because so many people in comments ask about that thing, and then you have written very, small above. So for private consultations and for your personal chart consultation, if you want that there is something magic and something so pure in astrology that you want to know about yourself, which no other astrologer tell you, so you can just drop your birth details on acs2channel@gmail.com, or the WhatsApp number displayed on the screen. You can send here also, and you will get the consultation, that is a video consultation, one on one, like me and Akash is sitting together. So you will get that consultation. You just send your birth details, team will contact you and give you time, and you will get the consultation. So this is a first video of our nakshatra series, Ashwini Nakshatra. There are 27 nakshatras, and I am eagerly waiting
28,
for the my one, that is 21st nakshatra, Uttarashada.
28, 28 nakshatra.
28. Oh, Abhijit. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Very few. Actually, what all the astrologers and videos and all they explain just the 27. So it becomes, no, it's on our tongue. Yes, there are 27 nakshatra. Yes, 28, Abhijit nakshatra.
Yes.
And I'm waiting for 21st. Is there any process if you go directly to the 21st nakshatra?
We will be creating this in a series so that
So I have to wait for another 20, 21 days, 25 days, or maybe you can do research. It can take more time for Uttarashada Nakshatra. But
next nakshatra is the nakshatra of Yama.
which
Yam, Bharani.
which Nakshatra? Bharni.
Yam.
So you explained so well about nakshatras. Now it's being the matter of curiosity for me also, that what I know about Uttarashada is very half truth and very incomplete thing. So when you will do the research and make the video and presentation, that will be definitely, oh, which nakshatra is this?
Punarvasu.
Hello, Hazel.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you,
thank
Lilji.
you very much. We'll meet you in next video. Till then, you enjoy with Hazel. Okay. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Malakshmi.